Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late out of date NXT review. Roadblock. This is like my first NXT review, aside from the pay-per-view or whatever, to do in this sort of fashion. So yeah, grab your Coca-Colas, drink my Nestle Spanish bitches go oh shit. Can't drink much cola at the moment because I just use some supplements. But I have like I have a barely almost done strength of cola. I'll definitely drink some cola right after I can use some supplements. Like you gotta wait like an hour or whatever. So let's talk about the NXT for you. Well, I feel like doing like this because I think it's kind of easy. It is kind of easier than doing a review with my phone. I have to record, like the footage and blah blah blah. So the show started with Tony D'Angelo defeating D-Jack in a jailhouse street fight. The jailhouse street fight was actually not bad. Definitely enjoyable, I would go on to say. Man, I don't know what's going on with my fucking computer, but fuck it, we'll just use this. But yeah, so the jailhouse street fight, I'm happy that, Tony D'Angelo won. The guy actually has a character that I care about, it's fun, Tony D'Angelo is definitely one of my favorites in NXT. I definitely hope to see good things with this guy, so I'm happy he won. Yeah, so I'm happy he won. It was a good match. There was like a table spot. They used a bunch of chairs. It was just like I do not like that they use a bunch of chairs. I wish it was like more hardcore, kind of like an old school hardcore match where they used like trash cans or whatever, like a good old classic street fight from back in the day in wrestling. Now they just use a bunch of chairs and candlesticks. They didn't use 10 candlesticks. That was a good thing. So yeah, but yeah, like Tony D'Angelo used a crowbar, so it fit his character and shit like that. So very entertaining match. I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah, very good. Then basically like one of the country boys is trying to make up with the what is it, the fucking Kiana James chick. That Valentine's Day got messed up, but they're trying to rearrange another date or whatever. Looking out for her friends and blah blah blah. So that kind of thing. Oh, is she cheating or not? Blah blah blah. Then this team called Gallus comes out. They said, I don't know. I don't really understand what the fuck they're saying. I'm sorry, this is the problem. You have British tag teams. Or tag teams that are not really American. This is going to be the type of problems they have. They got Pretty Deadly coming out and, I don't know, just doing gay shit. I don't know. Just, yes, boy. Come on. You like British dicks? Come on. Give me some poopy action. That's really gay. Dragon Lee's there, guys. Dragon Lee. I recorded a video, and it's actually one of the worst, here's the problem. When the video I recorded about this, 4 minutes about Dragon Lee debut, and all these people pretended, Dragon Lee, who the fuck is Dragon Lee? Literally, who the fuck knows or cares about this Dragon Lee guy? Why people pretend to care about him? He's smart, so they're just pretending to care. What makes him different than some stupid other luchador who can't probably speak English? You know what I mean? But yeah, Dragon Lee, I don't know, so I recorded a video, months ago when they announced that he got signed. I recorded that video, but the reason why I haven't uploaded yet was, I forgot to. It was, during when I had nose surgery, and second, it was going to be, one of the videos to upload, and just, scheduling kind of ruined the plan for uploading that video. But another reason was really because actually hearing the audio is actually one of the reasons when... Okay, so I have a tripod now. I officially have a tripod to hold my cameras, whatever. But for some reason, in some weird position, you can't hold your camera in some certain way if you're using a phone to record. The fucking phone audio is terrible, so that's why I haven't uploaded that video. It's not really a big deal. No one fucking knows who Dragon Lee is, so... But if you want to know my personal opinion, who fucking cares? Anyways, then next match, Braun Breaker and the Creed Brothers defeat Jinder Mahal and Indus Sher. I'm happy, I guess that happened. Who gives a fuck that the Indians there? Then the Grayson Waller effect happens. This was actually not bad. This was really entertaining. I'm surprised with Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller had a pretty entertaining segment with Shawn Michaels. You know, he said Waller says 10-year-old Waller would be freaking out like these people. Waller recalls how Shawn Michaels would disappoint him one day, and young Waller should have been a Bret Hart fan, a Bret Hart guy, not a Shawn guy. Waller recalls telling Shawn he was taking over the brand, and for some reason Shawn is holding him back for treating him like Vince did to Shawn. He says Shawn proved Vince wrong, and now Shawn is Vince. And Waller wonders if it's because he doesn't kiss Shawn's ass or post in his photos. Shawn discussed this idea and says that because Waller's lost at Vengeance Day, Waller says the only reason Shawn has this role is because his friend Hunter got a heart attack, which is I'm liking that they they're mentioning real life shit, so that was cool. Shawn admits he helped his friend out, and it was the least he could do for all Triple H different over the years. He says Triple H was in charge, but HBK is steering the ship now. Waller says he wouldn't be surprised if he cut after WrestleMania because Shawn and his team want a star so bad they don't see a one in front of them. And Shawn says that's the problem. Waller thinks he's bigger than the brand, and Shawn names several NXT superstars from the brand who built up the brand, and nobody's bigger than the brand. Instead, it's a part of it, and so is Waller. So basically, they're doing this bullshit where it's not about who is the bigger star, it's about the brand and people. You understand that you kind of need a star, like you're not. This whole cliche is bullshit because here's the problem. So apparently, they mentioned that's BS because Shawn, he cared about himself when he was wrestling, but Shawn said, that was my mistake. I'm an older man now. Then here's the thing, like or not, no matter what, you need a top star who is the main focal point of your show. Currently, he is kind of Braun Breaker. But like it or not, you do need a star of your show. Look what's going on now when you don't have a star of your show. Back in the day was fucking when Shawn was Stone Cold, it was The Rock, it was Triple H, Shawn Michaels even. Well, Shawn Michaels, yeah, before, and then even after he came back, it was Shawn Cena. Now Roman, kinda, but here's the thing. You need a top star. You need a focal point star. The fact that they're not really bothering to create a next big star of the company is going to hurt your show. So in a way, they kind of mention that, and if that's because that's pretty much kind of true what they're trying. They're not trying to, I guess, create a new star, which is a bunch of BS, Then Waller brings up how Shawn's all about himself in his whole career, and Shawn said this is true, but it changed when he came to NXT. Well, I'm sorry, motherfucker. That's always unfortunately the case that it should be. There should be a one focal point star. Whatever. Waller goes about being sick of everything until Shawn yells enough in his face. And Shawn says Waller can run him down because people have been doing that for 40 years and will never change when the brand is down. Finish NXT. Shawn admits that it pisses him off, and Waller tells him to do something about it. And Waller challenged Shawn Michaels to match at Stand and Deliver. Will Shawn Michaels come out of retirement? I'm honestly kind of glad he didn't, because I'm sorry, it's there's no real reason for him coming out of retirement. Would it be a good match? Sure. The thing is, obviously, why people he had a perfect retirement against Undertaker Mania. It's a darn shame what happened just for a match for the Saudis. Again, in my opinion, with the fucking tag match, I personally thought the match was still good. Even though, sure, it was botchy, they're all, I don't care about, honestly, just the star power. And plus, let's be honest, the fucking match was watchable than any shitty women's match and any shitty stupid match. It's memorable, sure. I just feel like it's also because Smarks, they don't like a bunch of part-timers. They always crap on part-timers. They always crap on legends coming back for having a match because they're taking spot on my beautiful Ziggler. Who fucking cares? You really would care about the match if Ziggler was in the match? Fuck off. The reason why people give a fuck about the match is the star power. But I still fucking cared about the match, and I still thought the match was not bad. Obviously, the match did fucked up because Triple H got injured. Some certain... But aside from a few flaws, the match was still kind of enjoyable. Because, they're legends and shit. And not just that, it's there's a story. And just seeing them wrestle is actually not bad. They're better wrestlers than everybody in this fucking current roster. So I'd rather see old, washed-up Michaels than a stupid fucking Miz and Ziggler match. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not saying why. I understand why people may have disliked the match, but it wasn't really that bad in my opinion. There are way worse matches, you know. It's just like, oh, how dare the Saudis want these guys instead of my beautiful Ziggler or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, then Shawn Michaels takes his coat off, and he fancies one more match, and Shawn says everybody's been asking for rematches for years, offering big money. Yeah, how did that work with Saudi, though? Like, he is kind of hypocritical of that, but then he thinks, and then said, Waller thinks he's special, and he's the guy doing it in 2023. Shawn says nothing would thrill him more than whip Waller's ass to stand and deliver, but the reality is someone who wants to do it more and bleeds NXT more than Shawn. And obviously, like, who would it be? And then, like, they fucking bring out this gay fucking Johnny Gay Gargano. I understand why they probably did this, because, again, to be fair, that's kind of, like, you're kind of going back to what happened when Johnny Gargano's last appearance on NXT. That's kind of why they're doing that match, which I guess that's the bit of a little story there, right? You know? So that's the little story right there. It makes kind of sense. And I kind of, like, again, if it was somebody I care about, and Waller did what he did to that guy, and then that guy went to the main roster, and then, like, then that would make more sense. Like, wow, hell yeah. I don't mind seeing Waller versus this guy that I maybe like and think who's entertaining. But the reality is I don't think Johnny Gargano's really entertaining. But this match makes sense because it's Gargano, and he got attacked by Waller before he left the NXT for the main roster, so that's, like, the only thing that made sense about it, you know? So that made sense with that. But like, the Johnny Wrestling! Like, shut the fuck up with Johnny Wrestling. Why is he... Again, that's such a gay indie name. Johnny Wrestling. Imagine calling... Like, you don't call John Cena John Wrestling. You don't call Roman Wrestling Roman Wrestling. You don't call fucking Bruno Sammartino Bruno Wrestling. You know, but let's call it a fucking... this indie schmuck. Johnny Wrestling. As he's bigger... That he's the best thing in wrestling. Yet nobody fucking knows who Johnny Gargano is besides Marks. I fucking hate Johnny Gargano. This guy's really... fucking boring, this vanilla midget jobber, but let's pretend this guy's good because he's like just like me, he's just as small as me, and blah blah blah. I'm gonna cheer for him. That's literally what it is, people. Good stuff. Fuck Gargano, he's garbage. But hey, I guess it makes sense. It just would have been better, like, you know, if it was like a wrestler that people cared about, you know. Gigi Dolan defeats JC Jane. This was she won like by a roll up, but then Jane attacks Gigi and wraps her steel chair around her, and then yeah, I don't know. They stop her from doing, I guess, worse or whatever. Gigi Dolan didn't get even an entrance. So it was like, and again, this, if anything, this match would have made sense more to be the main event. This was a match between two former tag partners, and this was in the middle of the show, and you kind of basically had you had Gigi Dolan's entrance cut. Like, she just appears and she's old man because she wins, and it's like, you're kind of treating her like a jobber. That's like a jobber shit to do, but wow. But hey, that happened. Then, yeah, Braun Breaker comes out. He calls out, like, you know, he said he's done everything in NXT, and then, you know, he couldn't help but doing one more thing. He calls out Carmelo Hayes, and it says time for the biggest match and the biggest stage. And Melo comes out, and he says he agrees that it's time for their paths to cross between two of the NXT's biggest. Braun says they've been doing their own thing for each week after a win. He was disappointed when Melo wasn't next. And then they recall a meeting with Triple H and Shawn Michaels in August 2021, and they said NXT was about to change, and they picked Melo and Braun that they have what they wanted. Braun says they both run fast and hard, but there's nowhere else to go except with each other. And Melo says a stand deliver. Melo also tells Braun to remember that he's never been secondary to anyone. And Braun says we will see on April 1st. It would have been nice if they said, like, fools of don't be a fool of yourself. I don't know, like the April Fool's kind of thing, you know? Yeah, but anyways, it's okay. Listen, I don't really care for Carmelo Hayes, though. I don't get why people pretend to. I mean, I see why people could like him. It's just that, like, he's kind of small, and what's really his character? Just like, I'm like me, shit. Like, he doesn't really display that much, but hey, whatever. Like, I don't know, like something cool. Whatever. Joe Gacy defeats Andre Chase and I don't care. Again, what's there to care about Joe Gacy? Like, this guy, he used to be an SJW character. You just basically straight up made him like a fucking Bray Wyatt fucking family character. Like, come on here. It's so stupid. We will hear from Johnny Wrestling. I hate this gay shit. We're gonna hear from Johnny Wrestling. Just call him Gargano. Stop calling Johnny. That's so fucking gay. Johnny Wrestling. Next week, it's announced that Axiom answers the open challenge with Wesley. Like, why? Like, why everybody... Like, do they not bother making stories for wrestlers? Like, why is it gotta be open challenge bullshit? Like, come on. Like, if anything, definitely Tony D'Angelo should be the next challenger. Tony D'Angelo should be the next NXT North American champion. In the main event, Roxanne Perez wins with a roll-up. This match was very intense, supposedly. Where... I don't know, this match was long, kind of, I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about women's wrestling. No one fucking, oh, she's a legend. No, who the fuck is Mikio Sakamoto? If this bitch was such a legend, why wasn't she on your Fave 5 of top 5 women's wrestlers, you know? No one fucking knew who the fuck this bitch is until she went to, like, NXT and pretended to care about this bitch. Oh, she's, like, again, like, all these people, like, try to pretend to care about Japan and shit like that, like, fuck this Japan loving crap. Stop with this otaku shit. Like, y'all fucking nerdy gay fucks, I swear to God. They did this thing where Roxanne Perez, it was like she was so exhausted from the match, like she passed out. Like, cause strong style, like, stop with this strong style shit. It's so fucking shit. No, makes no sense. It's fake, but again, like, the idea, like, stop pretending to praise that, but with this fucking match, like, it's like, oh, she's so exhausted from having this cruel match, and she, like, passed out or whatever. And, like, that was very intense. Like, okay, whoop-de-doo. I'm sorry, like, why was this the main event? Like, I already even talked... Again, I don't give a shit about women's main wrestling. Why wasn't that, like, the main event with Toxic Attraction? But not just that, like, seriously... Why, like, stop with this women bullshit, because no one cares about women's goddamn wrestling besides smarks to try to fucking, I prefer to Roxanne, gonna be simpy and shit. Women's wrestling doesn't draw. That's one reason why fucking NXT hasn't been drawing, besides, like, Mandy Rose. It's a darn shame, now Mandy Rose no toxic attraction, no attractiveness in wrestling anymore. Like, she was, like, the only thing about fucking WWE that had, like, anything remotely hot. And being attractive, having an attractive gimmick. But no, we have to be history-making, trailblazer bullshit, legend like, you have to pretend to care, we're not, no, don't give a shit about hotness. We gotta give a fuck about wrestling. Stop it. No one cares about women's wrestling, man. Why wasn't Braun Breaker in the main event? Like, he's the champion. No one fucking cares. Okay, like, have some, I don't care, whatever. They also meant some bullshit about, like, oh, maybe fucking the Kiana James is cheating bullshit. I don't fucking know. The show was whatever. The first 10 minutes was good because the first match was good, so... I don't know. It's whatever. It wasn't the worst show, Just some stupid shit happened, though. But hey, it is what it is. That's NXT Roadblock for you. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Just keep it real there. They really gotta get out of the Performance Center. That's for damn sure. And again, like... I thought you're back on the road, and what's the point of doing again, why are they doing Stand and Deliver? Why are they doing Stand and Deliver during WrestleMania weekend, and we're gonna be fucking tired? Can they just do a fucking show on Wednesday and be on, I don't know, big crowd? I don't know. It's fucking stupid. I was gonna say, people, just go back on the road. It'll be better for you, and stop with this whole pay-per-view shit with NXT, because you don't need it. So wait, I don't know. Till next, that's all I'll say, people. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. That's NXT for you.